every smile. We are a nation with a bright future that we walk towards. Hand in hand, as one. We are Africa. Ramadan Mubarak.
Welcome back. Recent clashes between Congolese forces and rebels in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo have forced over 200,000 civilians to leave the country's north. Thousands more are now seeking sanctuary in Uganda and Rwanda, where NGOs are struggling to cope with the influx of refugees. We have more in this CFI report.
The artillery fire was continuing just behind them. They could hear it easily. The only thing left to do was to flee. There was fighting in the east of DR Congo on Tuesday between Congolese army soldiers and rebels from the March 23rd movement.
The enemy has been pushed back and has had huge losses. There's still some fighting continuing in the Rutshuru and Kiwanja areas, and for the time being the Republican forces are doing a great job, especially as they take into consideration the safety of the civilians, who are the most vulnerable in such times.
More than 220,000 civilians have already fled from the east of the country. They are heading north towards Rumangabo or to the south to the villages around Goma.
There was lots of shooting in Rugari in the bush, and we saw a lot of people fleeing, as well as soldiers searching for them, and that's why we ran away.
Some 30,000 people preferred leaving the country, seeking refuge in Rwanda and Uganda. NGOs are doing what they can to help them.
These people are isolated. They have no other means of coping. They left everything behind in Congo. We just heard somebody who left 70 cattle behind. Others left other goods. So they come here. They have no access to land because Rwanda has limited land on its own.
Since the month of May, the M23 fighters, originally from the CNDP rebel movement, have been clashing regularly with Congolese army troops. The past 15 days had seen a lull in the fighting.
Scores of able-bodied youth in Mali are being prepared to liberate the northern parts of the country from Islamic groups and Tuareg rebels. The volunteers who lack basic equipment are being trained by the Malian army. We have more on the men who have vowed to retake the vast swathes of land under the control of the separatists in this report.
On this football field in the Manyambugu district of Bamako are about 100 young men. This is military training, they say, to go liberate the north of their country, now occupied by Ansar Dine and Mujao Islamic radicals. They are determined to get good training here. For the young people, we want to liberate the north. That is our goal. Wearing sandals without basic equipment, these young people are being trained by officers from the Malian army who prefer remaining in the shadows. A new association is speaking in their place, Action by Young People to Save Mali, which is calling out for volunteers. Their goal is political, to shake things up. Our goal is to take back the national dignity of Mali, the honor of every Malian man and woman. Like this, we will not be forced to tell our grandchildren that when the Tuareg came and took over our land, men had to be called in from elsewhere because there were none in Mali. The Action of Young People to Save Mali insists that it is not a self-defense militia. These young people really want to give a helping hand to the Malian army. And this could happen if it goes beyond being a simple communications operation.
In South Africa, the economy was born and raised on mining. Nearly 1 million people work in the industry, but mining remains one of the most dangerous jobs in the country. CNN's Nkepeli Mabuzi went to world's deepest mines just outside Johannesburg to see how companies are trying to make it a safer place to work.
This is how the day begins in the world's deepest mine. A 15 meters per second descent, the first half of a near 4-kilometer-long journey into the belly of the earth. Mine safety is in the spotlight in South Africa, and we've been granted rare access to get a glimpse of the conditions under which some miners work. The government says during the first half of this year, 63 miners were killed in South Africa, most of them in gold and platinum mines. Although fatalities have drastically decreased from more than 800 a year in the 1980s to 123 last year, the figure is still above the international average. This man tells me that after 33 years underground, he's not at all concerned.
I'm not afraid of the mine. Mine looks after me, I look after him, and he looks after me.
But his colleague says desperation has overpowered his fear. This is the only work many of these men have ever known. Some miners earn a salary of as little as $250 a month.
We've been told by officials here that most mine deaths in South Africa are caused by rock falls, and that's exactly what the support structure is designed to prevent. They've also told us that there are detectors all over the place to detect fires and toxic gases, because besides seismic activity, those are some of the biggest dangers at these levels.
Collisions underground are also a big concern.
We've got a proximity dictating device. If there's people around the machines, if there's machines around machines, if there's something, it makes a flick so that it warns the driver that there's people in the vicinity.
But while driving in a car that has this detection equipment, we notice a problem. A red dot should appear in the headlights of these miners approaching if our car can detect their movement.
The red light is not coming on.
I'll check. I don't know if...
Are they not working, or what's the story?
They're supposed to work.
We later found out that 2 weeks prior to our visit, a mining vehicle fitted with a sensor drove into a worker and broke his leg.
There's a lot of new technology.
The general manager acknowledges that while money is being spent on new safety equipment and technology, there are still shortcomings.
I think it would be nice to stand here and say, yeah, I can assure you that it works all the times, but you still sit with human errors. You still sit with fatigue.
The industry has set itself a target of 0 fatalities by 2013, but officials concede that may be unachievable. Nkepile Mabuse, CNN, in the deepest mine in the world.
We now take our second break. Stay tuned.
Thinking of financing and investment opportunity or simply a reliable banking partner? Zenith Bank Gambia offers you just that. Zenith Bank, West Africa's biggest bank and financial service consortium, puts people first through excellent services and up-to-date technology. With a wide range of banking products and services, including Western Union, RIA, Money Express and MoneyGram Transfer, Zenith Bank prides itself with excellent and efficient customer service delivery with branches and partners around the world. Ramadan Mubarak from Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, a truly Gambian partner.
Let's now take a look at the weather report by the Central Forecast Office.
Drive your way there with the Elton to Mecca Jafale Kafo promo. The Hajj is possible. Stay loyal or become a member of the Elton Jafale Kafo today and enjoy the double take. Because every time you fill your tank at any of our Elton stations, you get a chance to be in our monthly raffle draw. To take home lots of goodies like gallons of oil, bags of rice, bags of sugar, vehicle accessories, and much more. Plus a chance to become the lucky winner of the Elton to Mecca Jafale Kafo fully paid Hajj expenses. Remember, it's a double take. Your single loyalty for the